You see here where it stepped coming off the bank. And also right over here, I think this is the, you can see right there, I think that's the juvenile that George seen it. I don't know though, that's almost too big. You can see right here, you can see this better going back this way. See where it stepped?
Oh yeah, yeah. I just got down on top of it.
Come here and look at this, Ma. You can see it better this way.
I should have knocked on them foot marks.
I'm gonna put my foot down. It's as big as my foot. And I'm 245 pounds. You can see them better going this way.
Oh, Tim Littlefoot.
You can't even tell where I just stepped at.
What I
But-
couldn't figure out, Tim, was them marks.
Them marks.
I brought
That's
you
where
there.
Daddy's been shooting.
Oh,
But the other night, when me and Daddy was talking,
yeah.
it come right around, right up through here.
Uh-huh.
Right around above the garden right through there. And you could hear it walking,
Yeah.
plain as day.
What about that?
I'm gonna get my pistol and walk around.
You be careful.
Daddy said he heard it, the breaking limbs that sound like over on this ridge the other day.
There was two of them, and then we heard another, so there's a total of three.
Where was the last one at?
I think it was over this way, man.
Over that way.
Yeah.
I'll check the four-wheeler trail out too.
Yeah. You be careful.
But
Don't get no ticks on you.
I don't want,
You need some spray. There's plenty in the can house.
no.
Get you some
I wanna-
alcohol.
I'm gonna go out here and see if I can see any of the little rocks that you was talking about was hitting the top of the house. Okay. Let's back up a little bit and see if there's any of them actually still on the roof, because that ain't a very steep pitch. I don't see none. Hey! Sorry about that. Go back down here and see if we can see anything. I don't see nothing. Really. No, it's not a rock. But she said it sounded like there's little pebbles hitting the top of the house on her end, where her bedroom is. But I'm gonna get my pistol out of the truck and these around, see if I can see any of them broken limbs. I'll get back with you in a minute. This laid across the trail that's going out in here where we found stuff across the road before. Also found sticks drove up in the road. But I know Daddy and this more than likely should not be here. Let's see what else we can see or find. Heard something right up here. something just come through the trees right here. Now this pole was not here the last time I was out here. Something's been going up and down the bank right there. Could be anything. Could be a deer or something like that. Yeah, they say you ain't supposed to whistle in the woods, but that ain't stopped me yet. No! I've been hearing some pretty good sized limbs being broken out. I know that wasn't across the trail. I hope you can hear that coming down through the trees. Right there's part of what's been broke. That wouldn't be loud enough for Mom and Dad to hear clean up at their house, so. Right there. Could have been a deer. People ask why don't you find that many tracks and stuff. Well, one reason is, and it's been raining. We've had plenty of rain. It's not dry at all. And it's acting like it's getting ready to rain again. And I can step and jump up and down. And you can't even tell where I stepped at now. 250 pounds. Well, 245. I don't see nothing. No big limbs. I didn't bring my snake chaps to get out into the main wood. But I'll go ease up towards the four-wheeler trail and see what we got going up there. Right there, something's been coming down the bank. Can't really tell on that one. You could definitely tell on the tracks up at the house though. That's been a heavy little feller. Done that. This has been leaned up. There looks like a track. Looks like it's still right there. But can't really tell. So just know something's come off of there. Could be an old one. I'm up here on the four-wheeler trail. I've not seen or heard anything. This is the other place that they said that they heard limbs breaking. But it's so green now you'll never be able to see them unless you just happen to stand under the tree. We'll come back this fall. Well, I'm sure we'll be back before then, because if they keep this up, we'll have to keep coming back until they move on or something. Put enough trail cameras out to where they don't come around. But we found a place they could watch from just right out the road here. And right down below it is Mama's end of the trailer. So, but right now they're not doing anything, just breaking a few limbs, and right there's something that I don't remember seeing. See if I can get it pulled up. Like I say, I ain't got my right there's broke off. Right above those stacked up rocks. But I don't have my snake chaps, and I ain't going up through there without them. Daddy growed up here and they killed a lot of copperheads up in here. And I have been bit by them, and I don't want to do that again. But we'll just keep coming back and checking and all that stuff. Like I say, I don't think they're trying to do anything but let Mom and Daddy know that they're there, because it's just little rocks and breaking sticks and hearing them talk and that kind of stuff. So it's not yelling, screaming, pitching fits, throwing big rocks and tearing stuff up, all of that. So far it's been pretty peaceable. And like I said, Daddy growed up here on the property, and he's been moved back over here for about 20 years, close to it. So they know each other's around. They do. Daddy does a lot of shooting and a banging, so. But it wasn't until Mama said things really kicked up the other night after I left, and the days since Saturday, when I was over here and heard the one, me and Daddy heard it walking. Even though it had been raining, you could still hear it stepping through the woods. I mean, it was making some noise. And then as I started to leave, you could smell it. But I'll put those videos with this one. And but so since Saturday, they've had a lot going on, which is, in my opinion, a good thing. Mama ain't a thinking so, but in my opinion, it's a good thing. But all right, let's get out of here and see what else we can find.